Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of GSoC podcast, and I'm GSoC.
I'm Beryl.
Today's podcast is a special one, right, Beryl? So we promise you that we will talk about in detail about GSoC projects. So we have one of the most interesting projects for this year is Audit Logging, and we invited a special guest to talk about the project. So can you guess who's our guest? It's none other than Wikum, the primary mentor of this GSoC project.
Hi,
Wikum.
Jason. Hi, Beryl. How are you guys doing?
You're doing great. Thank you
very
so much for joining today's podcast. And Wikum, for those who might not be familiar, so the project title is Audit Logging for OpenMRS, right? So for those who are not familiar with the concept of audit logging, can you explain it to us in simple
Yeah,
terms?
Jason. So, what audit logging basically does is it records who and what and when a change happened to a database. So, let's say, like in our context, let's take like a hospital. So, let's say a doctor make a change to a patient, like update their name or something. So, what audit log system does is it is going to create a new report where this doctor made this change to this patient on this time. So, yeah. That's what basically audit logging system is.
This sounds like an important feature. So, who's going to benefit from this implementation, and what problems will it solve for our users and our developers?
Yeah, actually, this feature is a well requested feature from our implementers because this audit logging system is an important component in EMR system like OpenMRS. So this is going to improve the patient privacy and also the accountability of our system because now we could track who made a change somewhere, right? So let's say if someone make a change for like a change in the let's say stocks of our medicines or something stored in a pharmacy. Now we could track who made this change. So it's going to improve the accountability. Also, regarding the patients, we could check who created a new patient or updated a new patient. So yeah, it's going to improve the privacy also.
Yeah, accountability plays a major role in crucial project like this EMRs. So Wikum, I'm wondering, what's the current status of the audit logging in OpenMRS? Is there an existing implementation or infrastructure that students will build upon, or they have to start from scratch? What's the current status?
Yeah, so currently we have actually implemented Hibernate in audit logging to the OpenMRS core. So now it's working really well. It logs, records all the changes happening in the database base when we activate it. So it's the backend, all the core implementation is done. So now we need other users to do is create a UI for this.
So
Awesome.
Given that, so if a student is selected to do this project during the GSoC period, what will the end result look like? So what functionality should be in place by the end of those 3 months that they'll be working on the project?
Yeah. So yeah, we have few primary objectives we need to get done with this project. So one is currently the Hibernate NS we are using does not record database views. So let's say if someone view a patient record, it is not going to load that. So we need the students to implement a system that goes along with our Hibernate NS. So it records views in selected tables like tables like patient and also observation like the important tables. Other than that, we need the students to implement a user interface for admin UI so that we could see all the change and administrative user could see all the changes happen on the database, and also they could filter things by things like who made the change, when this was made, and for what entities these changes are made. So yeah, and also we need them to also implement our web services REST module for our module 2. So we could fetch all the service things from REST request. Yeah.
This is really interesting project because there are multiple components, multiple technologies that the students will get the chance to work on, right? And this is an impactful project. I wonder, can I apply myself for this project?
We are actually looking for students for this project or people who are looking for open source. You are expert in open source, but
Okay, well, that's
any any experts, and they could actually contribute to this project because this is open source project. So yeah. So if you like, you
Okay,
could.
but I was expecting to be your mentee and I could do this GSoC project. So, but okay, well that's disappointing. But okay, for people who are watching this, are the students that who is willing to apply for this project, right? They might be wondering what they should do during this application period. Is there any recommendation what I should work on? What are the types of project that I need to work on?
Yeah.
Anything that what should I do during this period?
So one of the first thing the contributor should do is that they should like get their self familiar with OpenMRS. So how to run the OpenMRS core and how to create a module and how to run that module. You must also familiarize yourself with OpenMRS SDK, how to use that SDK effectively. Other than that, try to like do lot of contributions to OpenMRS backend things for backend modules and the core, and also like read about and try to learn a lot about Hibernate and also Spring. And yeah, I think those technical skills will be important for this project.
Yeah, so part of students' application is the place where they have to write a proposal. So talking about proposals, what specific elements, now specific to this project, would make a proposal stand out to you as a mentor? And are there any particular approaches or considerations you'd be impressed to see addressed in these proposals?
Yeah, so we are looking for when looking for proposal, we are trying to find a good proposal. Like you should like tell how you are going to like implement each feature of this project. So you should have a good understanding about the objectives of the project and how you are going to implement this each feature. So for that you could use like graphs, also add code snippets about for like important features, and have a good architecture. We are looking for to see those things in the proposal. Also, you should give us things like a good timeline, how you are going to, and how when you are going to implement each feature. And try to stick to the OpenMRS template. And those things.
So I have a question. Oh, before moving to that, Beryl, like we covered a lot about like how to write a good proposal on our previous video, right? Previous
Yeah.
podcast. You can find it on our OpenMRS YouTube channel, right, Beryl?
Yeah, if you have been looking for a guideline on how to write a proposal, go check out that video. We have outlined what makes a good proposal. So yeah, check that out.
Proposal, and we shared some top secrets on that video. So go watch that video. All right, back to the topic. Wikum, so are you looking any kind of a demo, a proof of concept, or anything such something on the proposal, or how, or like if so, like what sort of things that you expect?
So we already have a small proof of concept. The one I created for fun actually. So you would I have actually linked for that GitHub page on our project wiki. So you could actually go and clone it and try it out, and you will get a good understanding, and you could try to develop on top of that, right? So you could try to how you are going to improve that and new features you are going to improve that. And if I have done any mistakes in that, you could note them out and try to add those into the your report. So I think that would be great. Like it's not a mandatory.
Awesome.
Like start from my implementation. You could, if you like, you could create a whole new implementation.
Yeah. So it's an optional field, but like feel free to like if you're And regarding the technical perspective, what sort of background technical skills you expect from the students?
So we expect the student to have a good understanding about the OpenMRS and how to work with an OpenMRS module. Other than that, we expect them to have a good understanding on Hibernate, also Spring, and also because you need to create UIs using JSP, you should have not a really good understanding, but good understanding on how to work with JSP. And other than that, you should have high skills on like doing small UI designs because you have to design the UIs.
Okay. But you don't have to like have perfect skills,
you
right?
have
Like having skills.
yeah.
Because okay, that's the most interesting thing. So this is because GSoC is for students and newcomers, right? So we have like when we design these projects, we have that idea in our mind. Like that's the major factor. Like when we are defining scopes for this project. So this is for students. So don't be afraid. So having general idea on those areas would be beneficial,
Yeah.
right? Viku? Yeah.
Yeah. So beyond technical skills, since we're looking for holistic students, what personal qualities do you think would make someone a good fit for this particular project? Since you'll be working with them and they'll be working with us for 3 months during the summer period.
Yeah, so we are looking for one of the important quality students should have is that they should be really passionate. So they should be passionate about coding, OpenMRS, also doing open source contributions. So you need to be able to showcase that. Yeah, other than that, you should have other skills like communication skill, doing that verbally or written. Uh, and
Exactly.
also, like we are actually trying to look for a contributor that's going to stick with us for after GSoC, right? Yes, Anka, so if you like, you should showcase that I'm not going to run away after GSoC ends. I'm going to stay with you guys and do more contributions. So I think that would be a really important one.
Yeah, with GSoC, like we have like several goals with GSoC. One is like getting these projects done, as well as we are looking for like another goal is to like have long-term contributors to the community. And yeah, so that's really important. And with that, Vikum, do you have anything like else you want to share with the students before we wind up?
Yeah, so even if you think like you are not ready to apply this year, please apply, because you are not going to lose anything by applying. Also, like,
Mhm.
and like if you like, we could only select one student per project, right? So even if you don't get selected this year, you could use this experience to apply next year, and can also the experience you
Yeah.
are going to gain from this going to help you a lot, even if you don't come to work with OpenMRS. So yeah.
Exactly, and I have a perfect example. Like, okay, so and there are like so just consider GSoC as just a stepping stone, not like a destination. So there's a like whole future with open source and OpenMRS as well as open source after GSoC, and there's a lot that you can learn by just simply writing a proposal. And some students, like, even they I've seen, like, even they don't get selected, they stick with the community because now they have an understanding about the project. Like, there are many other ways to contribute to OpenMRS. And even like Vikum, you were a student that who started
Yeah.
GSoC with GSoC,
Yeah.
right, a couple of
Yeah,
years
two
ago
years.
now. And yeah, which year was it?
2023.
2023, and now you became a mentor, and also now you are a key contributor to OpenMRS, as well as a part of the global product support team. And so that's how you started, and that's how I started. And there are many like who stick with the community, and like who made contributions and became like key contributor to OpenMRS. So that said, as Vikum said, so you don't have to be perfect when you're applying. So if you're watching this video, like, best candidates are those who show the curiosity, the enthusiasm, and the willingness to learn. So we value potential and enthusiasm over the perfect qualification. So you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to like submit the perfect proposal. There's no such thing called a perfect proposal. So yeah, feel free to submit your proposal and as you can, and keep in touch with us. If you have any questions regarding this project or general GSoC, like, feel free to drop your question as comments. We highly encourage, and we try to do our best on responding, right, Beryl?
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much, Vikum. Thank you so much for joining today's podcast and sharing this valuable information. I know this is going to be a big support for the students who are willing to apply for this Audit Logging project, and also generally for all the students who are willing to apply GSoC with OpenMRS this year. So thank you so much, and see you on another episode of our GSoC podcast. Thank you. Happy coding.